Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how I do the melt and pour soap. I create my own soap now because I grew into allergies and everything just freaking got expensive. Plus, when I make my own soap, I know exactly what's in the soap, what's going on my body, what I'm allergic to, and what I'm not allergic to. It's a very simple process. Let's get started. Okay guys, first you're going to need your soap base. Mine's goat milk. It came from Brambleberry. Need 2 of them because I want a thick, normal piece of bar soap instead of thin. You need your cutting board. You need something to cut with. You need your knife. And you need microwavable bowls. Okay, first things first. Let's do it. Let's open the bar soap. Then I'm going to commence to slice in the soap like I'm slicing through cheese. Now, as I slice the soap, I'm going to cut the soap slices into smaller sections. And then those smaller sections are going to be cut into smaller sections. And you're just going to continuously cut it to smaller sections until you have your desired piece of soap. I want mine as small as possible because the smaller the soap, the easier it is to melt, the quicker it is to melt. Super easy, super simple. What I want to say about this is I selected goat milk as my melt and pour base because to me it was the safest option for me and my family. I can't recall anybody in my family having allergies to goat milk, so I was like, yeah, let's get this. They have other options. They have glycerin. They have shea butter. I can't even recall all of them. To be honest with you, it's a lot of options. But ultimately, I decided to go with this option, and it has not disappointed. It's very rich and moisturizing as well. If you're worried about itchy, dry skin, this is definitely going to moisturize it. And then I actually added my own thing to this base to add more moisture into the soap for our skin, just to be safe, because I didn't want to take a chance and have this actually dry us out. So I added my own moisture, and you will see that later on. I actually added some aloe vera gel, and then you can choose your own oil of your choice. I decided to do almond oil because it's light, moisturizing, and we always use it. But like I said, you can choose your own oil or whatever else you decide to add to yours. That is your choice, and you can personalize this and customize it however you choose. That's the good thing about this. You add what you like, you add what you desire, and you can even do this and create a little gift for someone. It's very easy using this method to make soap. If you want to sell it, you can even do that. Hey, it's your world. It's your world. Now we have the soap in the bowls. We are now going to microwave it. Let's get the first bowl in the microwave. It goes. It looks like yummy cheese, but it's not edible. Don't do that. And to be honest with you, I just mashed the button. Okay, let's get the soap out the microwave. Be very careful. It is very hot. Very hot. You see that? It is bubbling. I told you it was hot. Be careful. Next bowl. Same exact thing, but this time This time I'm paying attention to what I do. I'm matching the time this time. I saw 3 minutes. Sure did. Now I'm getting the bowl out. Be careful because it is extremely hot. You see the bubbles. It is bubbling. Do not burn yourself. Now we are going to prepare it to pour. I have my aloe vera gel, my almond oil, alcohol in a little travel size bottle, lemon oil, tea tree oil, eucalyptus, and this is just my blend that I want for my soap. You can choose whatever you like. And then I have mica powder. You don't have to use this. This is optional. I chose mica powder because to me it relates to the smell. I see green. I think green, like eucalyptus or tea tree. I think green. So of course I'm going to get green. Now this, if you let sit undisturbed, will begin to solidify. Make sure you have your mold. So don't let it solidify. That's my mold. Soap mold. So make sure you stir it. Now I don't have measuring advice for this because I just go liberal. I just hey, have at it. I do that with the almond oil. I do it with the aloe vera. I pour it until my heart says stop. Now, it's different with the oils. It depends on how potent and strong your oil is, the fragrance. That lets you determine how much you want to add. It's my tea tree. And out of those 3, the eucalyptus is the strongest, which is why I'm not just going to go crazy with the eucalyptus. So out of that entire blend, what's going to stand out the most would be eucalyptus. Once you have those oils in, you're going to begin to stir and blend. You see that little part in there that just won't stir in well? That's what happens when the base begins to cool off. Because when it's hot, everything melts super easily. So you don't want to give it time. You want to do this pretty quickly. Now I'm just using my spatula and stirring well. Now you get the final thing, which is your mica powder to change the color. In regards to this powder, the more you add, the richer, the more vibrant, and the darker your color of your soap is going to be. The lighter the soap is, the less the powder, the lighter the soap. More powder, darker the soap. Remember that. Now, I didn't add a lot to mine because I don't need a lot. I just, remember I told you, I just want to know what color coincides with what fragrance, and that's why. So I'm going with green. Green reminds me of plants, eucalyptus, and that's why. Stirring it in. Mix it well. And just so you know, if it's not stirred well, it's going to settle to the bottom and you'll see it. You'll see mine in a few. And even when it solidifies, you're going to see it at the bottom of the soap, because that's where it settles. Now, I'm through mixing. I'm about to pour into my soap mold. The purpose of this rubber spatula is it's going to scrape the sides very easy. See that? There you go. Now I'm going to get the second bowl and do the same exact thing. And now you can see what I was talking about, how the mica powder settles to the bottom if it's not mixed very or blended easily, or if it's not blended well. That's what happens. It settles to the bottom. Doesn't matter though. It's still going in here. Pour it in. Let it sit. I let mine sit over 24 hours to make sure it is solidified. But now you can add in whatever other things you would like to add in, and petals, whatever else, your choice, okay? You see those bubbles? That is the purpose of my alcohol bottle. I don't want bubbles in my soap. You can leave the bubbles. It doesn't hurt anything. I just don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to spray the alcohol to get rid of the bubbles. I'm sure it's going to disinfect things as well because it's alcohol, but it gets rid of the bubbles. That's the whole purpose of it for me. Bet your bottom dollar is disinfected though. Now I'm going to let sit. 24 hours has passed. This is what it looks like. Remove from the wood base. Then you're going to take off the molding. It easily just peels off. And you have a rectangular prism. And you saw the dark side. That was the mica powder that settled. Get your base of your cutting board. Put your soap cube in there. You see it's kind of residue on the wave cutting utensil. I guess that's what I want to call it. And then you just slide it in between the slits. As you apply pressure down, you rock it side to side, back and forth, and it cuts through. And you're going to continue this process until you reach the end. And when I tell you it's that simple, it's that simple. You store it in a cool, dry place until you're ready to use. And when I tell you that it's that simple, anyone can do this. Kids, teenagers, it's very simple. I made it to the end and I got a larger portion. Just move the ones you cut already to the side and continue the process I just showed you. So if you found this video helpful whatsoever, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can even comment if you have any questions. And that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching.
To stay in the loop of random tips and facts, be sure to subscribe. Stop, click, learn, and live.